there has to be a lesson in like how to tank your like how what to do and what not to do when it comes to promoting your title and how you act on social media and such. And this year has already gotten off to a very weird start with all of this hooplas that have been going on. And I think there is with regards to this developer, I think there's a correlation between what's going on with this developer's upcoming title and the anti-prawn stance that the one side of the aisle is desperately trying to stir up that will not absolutely go anywhere. And it will actually end up as a brick wall, basically. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. My name is Makini90, art streamer and illustrator. Welcome you to another video here on the Makini Draws channel. Hope you all are doing well today. And the subject in question, as I try to weave all of these talking points together, is TeamKill Media, independent studio that specializes in PlayStation games with the goal to create amazing games for gamers. And as what they said in their Twitter bio. And this is their upcoming title, Code Violet, which is essentially a third-person action horror, which is meant to be seen as the spiritual successor to Capcom's famous Dino Crisis series. Now, from the initial trailer, I liked what I saw. It was very interesting. It had the kind of hallmarks of a good little indie developed spiritual successor title, an action horror title. Definitely hits kind of the same notes that we kind of see with a lot of games that people have definitely been supporting with the attractive female protagonists and such like that. However, amidst all of that is a studio that has a bad track record considering their recent titles and a lesson in how to destroy any chances that you've had with having your game be successful. And we're going to get right into that. But first, smack that like button, make it jiggle, smack that subscribe button, make it jiggle, and let's get into it. Now, TeamKill Media has been under fire, and I mean under fire, for their recent tweets, which has sparked up a lot of discussions, a lot of backlash, and they have basically alienated their one entire side of their player base with one single tweet, and I'm going to show it to you right on the screen. Quote, for those of us asking about a PC version of Code Violet, the reason we are not bringing it to PC is we do not anyone modding Vulgar versions of the main character as well as other characters in the game. We hold our voice actresses and actors to a high regard as well as our artistic vision for the game and story, and reject any form of destroying that with sexual mods. Making a joke out of art and possibly tarnishing our reputation of our voice actresses and actors is not worth the extra money we can make. This tweet here basically got a lot of attention. 1.5 million views, 2.7k likes, 1.2k retweets, and 3.6k comments. They have been ratioed really bad on this one. People are not going to be fed up with this. They basically angered an entire PC fan base that would have supported their game, and you'll see why. Like, I get the issue, I get the concern, I get wanting to keep your artistic vision and such like that, but I feel like this is the wrong way to do it, because you have, by just making this stance about not wanting mods, not making a PC version because you don't want vulgar mods, I think is a very, let's just say, idiotic way to go at it. And they have been ripped to shreds over it. And it is really kind of opened up a lot of stuff behind the scenes with this title, because this is not TeamKill Media's first rodeo. They had another title before this that has gotten really unfavorable reviews, and that is to put it lightly. When I look at this, and I want to tie this into the whole stupid Goonergate stuff that has been going on that I've been covering lately, is this, there's clearly this, we fought this side of the whole, people have fought this side of the whole, standing up for, attractive women in media, especially in video games. And we've seen a lot of that just in 2024 with just this stance on, uglifying characters, not wanting to appease, not wanting to kind of give the fans what they want, not wanting to, having this just seems to be this hatred of femininity and hatred of just conventionally attractive female characters. Even it don't even have to be sexualized. It's just there's clearly this hatred within the industry. There's clearly this disdain for femininity, and you can't deny it. You really cannot. However, as it seems to be, the pushback has gotten stronger and stronger throughout 2024. But now, in the midst of, say, the people who have spoken out against it seem to kind of take the W, there seems to be a subsect of people who are very moral Puritans, basically. They follow under the right-wing religious extremist category with this aspect on banning prawn and such like that. And they're very vague when what they constitute as prawn, is what we saw with the whole Melanie Mack situation, which is still ongoing, unfortunately. But the reason I'm bringing this, the whole Goonergate situation up, is because of what is going on with TeamKill Media. Because they're clearly taking an anti-prawn stance. And that's not a good, I don't think that's a good stance to take. I think it's a case of where people who are very much against, people who are very openly against fan service, openly against what is conventionally attractiveness, and they try to misconstrue it as prawn, always seems to have the bigger skeletons in their closet, always seems to have the bigger issues, always seems to not really work in their favor, because they're lumping it in, like how Melanie Mack did, lumping it in with a broad brush as prawn without, actually describing it, actually, giving a clear definition, a clear stance of what they perceive as prawn, or what they perceive as, lustful or shameful, or whatever, whatever they want to, whatever these religious types wants to, throw out there, basically. And I think with TeamKill Media, I think it's might be the same thing. I think there's definitely a correlation to that, because I understand the concern of not tarnishing their vision and such like that. However, their vision hasn't, what they've seen in the past, their vision hasn't been really strong. They haven't equate to a quality title, and this seems to be the case. People have basically taken them to task. People who are on PC have taken them to task. Modders have taken them to task, and I'm going to highlight a couple of tweets from someone that I really appreciate, and someone I could definitely see as a friend, is Brutal Ace, who's basically just brought them through, basically burned them through the coals over this, because he is a dedicated modder. He is a fantastic modder. In fact, Brutal Ace is the reason I got back into Street Fighter, and I was playing 5 and 6 religiously because of his mods. He makes fantastic takes on both replies here, and I want to highlight the first reply, basically. In the original tweet, he says, "Nice. So let's say a drawing artist or cosplayer may end up doing a sexy version of your precious protagonist, and you're going to cry like this too. Can't believe I am witnessing such weak devs, but suit yourself. We got plenty to play in mod, and ambitious modders will still be able to extract your precious character models from the PS5 version," and that is very true. see Marvel Rivals, for example, and do all kinds of things with them, specifically after this silly statement. So good luck protecting your game. Guaranteed way of protection is to not release the game at all. Modding is the work of passionate fans who not only spend money on games, but also spend their time because they are true fans. It keeps many games alive for years, and even official support value the game dwindle over time. I guess your game will also disappear like that. In any case, PC gamer and modder myself, I won't miss your game. And even if you end up changing your decision, I won't be giving a dime to such weak devs, not on PS5 and not on PC, and I 100% agree with that, because, you know, concerns aside, this is a weak stance to take. A very, very weak stance. Not understanding the fact that modders have kept a lot of games alive for years, possibly even a decade. See Skyrim, for example. See basically anything Bethesda puts out. The modding community has basically kept Bethesda's titles alive for such a long time and kept them fresh for such a long time. I am playing Cyberpunk 2077 on PC right now because of the mods, and the mods do such amazing things. And the thing is, I think that, you know, they completely miss the point, is that completely not understanding is that these mods are going, you know, you can ignore those like pornographic mods, those sexier mods. They're not gonna, you can look at it as they're not gonna let that, you know, distaste, it's not gonna dwindle away. It's not gonna take away your artistic vision, because people who will want to buy the game because of how cool the mods are. Like, I wouldn't have gotten Street Fighter V or Street Fighter 6 if it wasn't for Brutal Ace's mods. And they do so much, you know, quality of life. They do so many things, and it just come from people who are genuinely dedicated, genuinely passionate about the games, about the people, and the people who actually bought the game and willing to go out their way to mod as a show of appreciation. And you can omit those sexy mods. You can even go to Nexus Mods and be like, hey, we don't want any kind of like sexualized content mods for this game. So can you ban it or whatever? And they'll basically acquiesce, because it's not like they don't have a Nexus Mods doesn't have a stance. Just saying. But sorry about that. But this stance that TeamKill Media is going to hurt their game in the long run. Make no bones about it. And you're basically alienating an entire potential customer base, too. You know, having your game be PS5 only is going to hurt it as well. Like, for example, you might be in competition with a certain Shift Up title that is announced that their game is coming to PC, and you can think about how insane the mod support for Stellar Blade is going to be when it makes it to PC. And that's going to be from dedicated fans, people who actually bought the game, people who support the game. And this anti-prawn stance is not the way to do it. It's not the way to. It's not way to push. It's not way to to convince anyone to take your side. To convince anyone to support you. Like, for example, in a follow-up tweet they put, "We're not against PC gamers or the PC platform. We are against modders and some of the fun We are not against some of the modders and fun mods that get made, but we are 100% against pornographic mods. Period." Then can you basically describe, it's like, okay, you don't want nude mods, okay, that's fine, but if the fact that you're not putting your game on PC just because of that is very weak, and it's going to hurt your game in the long run, and it might hurt your studio in the long run. This is like a class in how to not alienate your fan base like this. And especially when it doesn't help that you're clearly trying to appeal to the people who are into the more who want to play games with more attractive women, attractive female characters, you know, dip a little bit of fan service in there. Like, people like myself, that's gonna turn me off completely. And I know that's going to turn a lot of other people off. Like, people who are, say, into, want to see a spiritual successor to Dino Crisis are probably going to be turned off by this. Because they won't want to play a game where... They want to play a game from a studio where they have this very weak stance. And it's just a sign of weakness. Like, Brutal Ace, I'm gonna end this with Brutal Ace's reply. The best thing about mods is they are optional, but you're so pro-censorship you can't even see optional fan art. I don't care about the game, but I am against this mentality of what a customer should do with their product and what they paid for. I guess that's one more reason I support you guys if you decide to come PC at some point. And that's the thing, because this is clearly a pro-censorship stance, because... Okay, pornographic mods. What about fan art? What about sexualized fan art of their main character? Are they going to be against that too? Like, it's not just a slippery slope, but this pro-censorship message, when you can't even define what is prawn in your eyes, that's not going to help anyone. That's not going to help you. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Anyway, good luck. That's all I can say to TeamKill Media. Good luck on your upcoming title. Because I guarantee that the scores for that are probably going to be less. The player count is probably going to be less. And the overall sales might be less than the last game. If not even more. But that's just my thoughts. What do you guys make of this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Smack that like button, make it jiggle, all that good stuff. Follow me on social media and such like that. Massive thank you to everybody in the Cute, Sexy, and Fun Nation, because I am not taking a stance against you guys. You guys are truly incredible, and I support you guys. Support me in everything I've done, and you guys want to join the channel and get access to exclusive art drops that I do every 2 months for my channel members. Become a member of CSF Nation for as low as $1 a month. Thank you all for watching. I am Maki90, art streamer and illustrator, and I'll see y'all next time for another video. So until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun, take care, much love. Never, ever, ever, ever apologize for wanting attractive women in your media, especially in video games, because these people construe attractive women as prawn, or basically anything as prawn, apparently, at this day and age. And above all else, never stop trying.